On July 4, 2025, the President signed the One Big Beautiful Bill. Tucked inside that legislation is a provision that automatically deposits $1,000 into a government account for every single newborn American. The mechanics are remarkably simple. The initial deposit is automatic. From there, parents, grandparents, or anyone else can contribute up to $5,000 a year, and none of it triggers gift tax reporting. The Internal Revenue Service has confirmed the central appeal of these accounts. Every dollar inside them grows completely tax-free. On paper, the government has constructed a frictionless wealth-building engine with zero barriers to entry. An untouched $1,000 deposit, compounding at 10% annually, climbs to roughly $6,700 by the child's 18th birthday. Maximizing the $5,000 annual contribution limit pushes that balance to nearly $280,000. The math is flawless, yet financial experts are actively warning parents to pause before adding their own capital to these accounts. Beneath the promise of a universal financial head start, the fine print outlines a strict system of rules and penalties that can trap unsuspecting families. The first major catch is liquidity. These funds are legally restricted to 3 specific uses: purchasing a first home, funding education, or starting a business. If your child faces a severe medical emergency or simply needs a reliable car to get to work, that capital is completely inaccessible. This meter visualizes the cost of breaking the rules. If a child withdraws money for an unauthorized reason before the age of 30, the government extracts a mandatory 10% penalty and then taxes the rest as standard income. The Trump account functions as a rigid government lockbox, enforcing specific rules on how and when a family can deploy their capital. There is also a hard timeline. The program only applies to children born within a specific 4-year window, between 2025 and 2028. Keeping the program alive for children born after 2028 requires a highly uncertain congressional renewal. Because of that legislative deadline, parents cannot rely on this policy as a permanent generational wealth strategy for future children. It is a finite experiment. We also have to look at the economics of contribution limits. A household earning $400,000 can comfortably max out the annual limit, while a family living paycheck to paycheck will struggle to contribute anything. This split-screen bar chart reveals the outcome. By providing a massive secondary tax shelter, the policy structure provides significantly greater rewards to high-income earners than those relying solely on the baseline grant. While the initial grant is universal, final outcomes diverge based on a family's capacity to contribute. Over 18 years, the compounding effect of that huge contribution gap pulls the national wealth bracket further apart. For parents with capital ready to invest, we have to benchmark this new program against existing tools, particularly the Custodial Roth IRA. Looking at this comparison matrix, the Roth IRA completely avoids the strict 3-use limitation, and it carries no impending legislative expiration date. For families with the means to invest, traditional financial instruments often deliver superior utility without exposing the child to steep, unexpected government penalties. If your family is currently navigating a tight budget, the strategy is straightforward. Claim the free $1,000, but do not lock your own cash inside the account until you have built a fully liquid emergency fund. If you are in a high-income bracket, the optimal play is to aggressively maximize that $5,000 annual limit, fully exploiting the tax advantages before the 2028 sunset clause takes effect. To actually initiate the process and secure the deposit while the eligibility window is open, parents need to navigate to the Treasury Direct website and complete the physical enrollment. Free government capital should never be left on the table, but true financial security requires understanding the exact mechanics of a tool before you lock your family's wealth inside it.